Take a breathtaking trip with Top Travel, brought to you by Halls and the power of menthol. Refresh, refocus, Halls. Breathe for it. Ungapheli umoya. Last week on Top Travel, we planted forests for the elephants of tomorrow and lived a life in full color with the magnificent nomadic Maasai. This week, we follow the trade winds to Lamu Island off Kenya's east coast and discover an escapist treasure you'd never want to leave. Unless it's on a boat to Old Town, the creative heart of Swahili culture. The Lamu archipelago has been a trading hub for 700 years. Our base for exploring it would be a nearby island, all of our own.
Hey, you beautiful people. I'm Anesu, Mbizvo.
Mkhize here.
And you're watching
Top Travel.
We are here at the pristine Kenyan coastline in the World Heritage Site of Lamu, an island paradise in its own right.
The beauty about Kenya is that there's so much to see and explore, and we can't wait to get you in this beautiful coastline. All aboard, huh? Lamu welcomed us with beautiful warm weather and of course a view that is one of a kind with Old Town right there and the water as well. I can't wait to be out and about and all the adventures we get up to.
They say first impressions count, and Lamu has made an amazing one. Anywhere by the ocean is one of my one true loves, so this is going to be a tough one to beat, and we haven't even started.
We've been traveling with all sorts of transportation, and the boat is not something we're unfamiliar with, but arriving to our location on boat is a unique experience. I can't actually wait. I feel like it's calming me for the adventures that are going to be there.
I'm working on getting my sea legs. Try not to get too queasy, but the beautiful ocean views and keeping my eye on the horizon is going to sort me out.
Whoa, look at that. We're about to dock and look at the welcome. It's beautiful here.
My adrenaline is pumping from the speedboat ride, and it looks like we're arriving in our very own paradise. Our own private island. Yay!
Hey.
Hi guys, welcome.
You?
Welcome to Manda Bay.
Thank you.
How are you doing?
Good.
Nice to meet you.
When manager Mkhize met us in bare feet and a summer beach frock, we knew we were in the right place.
The sun seems to be hitting Manda Bay just right because it looks like it's brighter than everything around it. That beach looks pristine, and those huts, I don't know what those are, but they look like they're calling. It's time for us to arrive.
Yep, there's nothing like palm trees, thatch roofs, and golden sand to make you feel like you're in paradise.
Here's a welcome drink for you. So welcome to Manda Bay, both of you. You're going to have a lovely time. Right, well, I'm going to tell you a little bit about the place. We are on the east coast of Kenya, which is amazing. The Indian Ocean is just out there and it's a beautiful sea. We are on the northwestern side of Manda Island, and it's about 10 to 11,000 acres. So you've got a beautiful beach. It goes on for about 5 miles, and you're not going to come across anybody else apart from the guests that we have here. So it's really quite special.
One of the things I always love about visiting the East African coast is the beautiful carved furniture.
Well, we're very lucky here. We've got a great team of carpenters. So a lot of our stuff gets made here on site, which is really great. And otherwise, we send it off to Lamu, and there are great carpenters there and carvers. They make all the dowels. They do all these beautiful woven chairs. We have a little old gentleman here who shoners them, which is sewing them all together, which is great. They re-thatch everything, re-thread everything. And yeah, all the materials that the lodge is built of is basically from the island and the surrounding areas. We've got the makuti, comes from all the palms, and we buy that locally, all the poles. And then again, all the coral, it's all just dead coral that's off the island, because this once was a coral reef. All the wood's been picked up off the beach and placed in, so yeah,
foraged furniture.
Exactly.
From a person with Shona heritage, I almost feel like this place was made for you.
Yeah, maybe I'll get shonering away sometime.
Yeah.
Walking into Manda Bay, you immediately feel like you can just kick off your shoes and relax. It's kind of pared down decor. It makes you feel like you can just be at complete ease. And I'm feeling like this is going to be a nice, easy, laid-back stay.
It looks like even the walkway is woven and it is such a comfortable experience. Honestly, I'm feeling like an island boy. All these palm trees, all this sand. I'm relaxed.
They call this lodge the ultimate no shoes, no news experience. To completely disconnect from your devices and live in the moment.
Here you are, you two. Welcome to your room.
This view is incredible.
It is, isn't it? This is the old honeymoon suite. So it's rather special because it's got this beautiful kind of oval shape to look at. And I would really recommend having your curtains open at night. You get not only the breeze, but it's just an incredible view. You're not going to have anybody walking in front, so you've got nothing to worry about.
This is literally on the beach. Is it the only one that has this kind of a view?
No, we've got 11 beachfront rooms and they're right on the water. So it's low tide at the moment, but the water comes right up to the wall and you can literally almost dive off the wall and into the sea. So, yeah. And anything you need, I'm just around the corner.
Fantastic.
Okay.
Thank you, Wiz.
Bye-bye. See you.
Wow, yeah, so this is a one-of-a-kind room.
I love all of the little personal touches. You can almost see the handiwork. Everywhere you look, someone has added their own personal touch to this.
You know what's unique is that when you look to the floor, you find that there's this thatch that's there and it's reflected in the roof as well. It's almost like you're sandwiched into this unique, beautiful, natural way of dressing up this room. Now, if this is how the main room looks, I can't wait to see how the shower is because it's a bit warm. So I know I'm not going to be in the shower. I'm probably going to be in the water more than anything, but I am going to have to see how they shower in this place because I'm going to be using that, huh?
Well, let's go see the bathroom. Oh.
So clearly this open kind of air-flowing space plan goes to the bathroom as well. Look at how beautiful this wood looks.
You've got those double sinks, which I always love. And you can hear those cicadas in the background, symboling that we really are connected to the outdoors.
Okay, everything looks great here, but where is the shower?
Ooh.
Ooh, an outdoor shower with a view. It's going to be a great stay. The thatch, it almost feels like you should just always kick your shoes off and walk around barefoot. And I think that's the trick that they're doing here. You just need to relax and feel free. I finally beat Ness to a day bed. I have to admit, I kind of get why she loves these. This might be the best one we've had. I can get used to this. You know what? This daybed life is for me. I think I'm just going to be here for the foreseeable future.
Just ahead, who would you put your money on as the better water skier? And if you thought it was difficult standing up, try hanging on when you're lying down. Refresh, refocus. Take a journey through history. Halls, breathe for it. Ungapeli umoya.
It is a beautiful morning out here on our private island, and I'm really looking forward to spending the day doing some water sports and connecting with the ocean.
As you can see, I've got my island boy look, nice and slick because of how warm it is. Let's get to it. I think before we do that, it's an island halt, so it's going to be extra fresh and vibrant.
The water sports come in two categories, slow and breezy or up and at 'em. Mo offers both.
Jumbo!
Jumbo, how guys?
Hi!
Are you going skiing?
Oh yes!
Have you done skiing before?
No, first time.
Yeah, don't worry. I'll go nice and slow.
I am so pumped for this. I mean, we're going to be on the water, a little bit of adrenaline too, and we're learning something new. So it's going to be entertaining. I'm sure we're going to bail a lot. This is going to make you guys laugh, I'm sure.
I think she will do well because she's light.
So most seem to think Ness will do well because she's light.
I feel like getting up is the hardest part of water skiing. You have to take a moment before the boat pulls you to really get into position. It takes me a couple of tries to really get used to what this water skiing thing is all about. It really is about just surrendering to the process. The boat actually pulls you up, so you just have to keep your body as static as possible in the position that Mohammed told us about. And after that, you're smooth sailing, or coasting maybe I should say.
Let's go! Absolute pro, look at it. Chill, chill.
Fez is always my biggest cheerleader. I love how encouraging he is. He never limits me in terms of what I can do, and it really inspires me to keep pushing my own limits. It's one of the things that I think is our strength as a couple.
Nev's got it, obviously. I'm not surprised. Let's see how I do with my heavy self. Seeing Nev doing this, I can tell that it takes a bit of finesse, but I've got my game face on. Just remember, slight bend in the knees, keep the arms straight. Let's go! It's gonna be fine. I mean, it's straightforward, right? And he's off. Oh, this is really fast. I feel like I'm gonna try stand. Oh, wipe out. Second attempt. Just realize how tiring this one. Okay, kind of half up. I'm feeling it. Maybe it's time for me to straighten my legs and wipe out.
Oh, Mohammed, he held on for a long time there. Do you think it's the weight?
Yeah, it's a weight, and he's using more energy because he's pulling. And there's no need to pull. Just keep your arm straight, knees bent, and wait the boat pulling you.
I felt it myself. It's almost like a reflex to want to pull to stand up, but you just have to surrender.
Yeah, you have to surrender, yeah? Because if you pull, then that's why you fall. Yeah, you have to keep your arms straight all the time.
Hey, finally up. Oh man, this feels amazing. I'm making sure I'm keeping my arms straight. I'm not gonna pull. Okay, slight bend in the legs if I need to. Oh, Mo's starting to take turns. Okay, shift, turn. Finally got it. Once you make sure that you tick all those boxes, arms straight, bend the legs, it just becomes like flying.
Yes, hey! Well done, you got it. Wow, that was epic. I absolutely loved that. Learning to surrender, leaning back but not leaning forward as well. It was everything. Yeah, you did good too, hey?
Listen, I got wiped out. So me in the water, I won. I feel like you were on top of it. You didn't feel as much. You know?
Yeah. No, those bails are hard bails. You know, you've got the speed of the boat taking you. So when you do fall, you wipe out for sure. But I'm also very proud of you. Well done.
As for tubing, you do it lying down. So how hard could it be? Roll the tape.
Okay, onto an activity we've both never done before that requires you being comfortable with having no control at all. Tubing, all there is to it is holding on for dear life.
Instructions, don't let go.
This is hectic. We're going so fast. My tube is basically bouncing off the water. I'm trying to hold on for dear life. And then I look to my side and Fez is all the way over there. He's basically flying through the air.
Half the time, what I'm trying to do is just make sure that I'm holding on to the tube for dear life. You can see that I'm a bit stressed. But hey, this is where I thrive. I'm half laughing, half screaming. And I'm pretty sure Mo is laughing at us. I think this is hilarious because with water skiing, it was about balance, keeping your arms straight. You have this checkbox in your head. Here, it's honestly just don't let go. And when Mo turns, get ready for a ride again. Huzzah! We've got our adrenaline dose for the day. Water skiing was cool, but I felt like it didn't have as much of an edge as this tubing. I'm happy.
The surroundings are so zen that we really wanted a way to take them all in at our own speed.
Fez and I have kayaked before, but never on the ocean. So I'm really looking forward to enjoying these crystal clear waters and enjoying the stunning vistas around us. It's about taking it slow and easy with this one.
Being able to say that we've water skied and gotten onto the tubes was great. High adrenaline, high octane. But sometimes it's nice to just cruise through the water and look at the island.
I'm always up for a quiet moment where I can come into the present, and there's nothing like this. I mean, look at this view. I'm taking deep breaths. The ocean is nice and warm, and it's so beautiful. Making memories live with you is always epic.
You'd think that this would be quite labor intensive because of all the rowing, but actually the tide does most of the work. So sometimes I just like to chill back and look around.
Generally, when it comes to anything involving the ocean, I'm in my happy place, but there's something about kayaking that makes you feel like you are part of the ocean.
The thing you need to remember is that when you row, you balance it out so you don't end up going too far one side, or even worse, tipping over. Trying to stay dry here. Keep the horizon in front of you, and you're gonna steer to where you need to go.
The Indian Ocean is my absolute favorite. She's warm, she's calm, and she soothes your soul. I mean, what more could you ask for? Sometimes all you want to do is sit back, relax, and enjoy.
Up next, yoga on a paddleboard in the Indian Ocean, an ancient mosque crafted from nothing but coral, and a herd of Cape buffalo decide the island life is for them.
Free yourself and your loved ones from sneezes, from runny and itchy noses, from itches and scratches when you travel with Allergix Non-Drowsy. Allergix Non-Drowsy helps you live, work, play, and sleep allergy-free.
For me, beautiful mornings often pose the question of whether we want to meditate or get moving. I had a plan for us to do both.
It is a beautifully tranquil morning out here in Manda Bay, and I'm really looking forward to one of my favorite activities, stand-up paddleboard yoga.
I love how she's so excited for it. Never done yoga on a surfboard before, but hey, this is Island Boy says he's up for anything.
Oh, namaste.
Number go. Getting on the surfboard is interesting just because it feels a little steady, but any sort of motion can make you tip one way or the other. You have to stay focused.
Balance is a thing here, but you just want to make sure you're connected with the midline. That'll help keep our center of gravity steady. Okay?
Listen, things are shifting up here, but just gotta breathe through it, right? That's yoga. Just release control.
We're going to lift the right arm up the left arm, across the chest, up towards the sky. Ooh. The great thing about this is with yoga, you always want to be intentional. So you have to be really careful with how you place your weight, and it keeps you right in the present moment. You can't think about anything else.
Wellness is one of the connectors between Ness and I, and we knew that going out and having adventures, they were always also going to have wellness incorporated, be it a bit more vigorous working out or through movement like yoga and even mental health things like sound bits. I think that's one of the important things that connects us, and I also love that we can leave that out there in the water.
As for the spirit of fun on this island, that comes in the form of Mo, who decided we were going to be windsurfers.
This is gonna be hard, but you know what? You can go first, because I know she likes to have fun in the water. I'm gonna let her have this, and then I'm gonna show you how it's done.
Classic.
She's up on it. Of course she's got the balance part right. Now it's the sail. It looks quite heavy because she's having a bit of a difficult time lifting it up. Okay, there we go. Okay, she's moving. She's moving. Look at you. Okay, she fell. Everybody gets a couple of falls, but she's already got the balance and standing part right. Oh, Nessa's got it down to a T. She's going. Hey, look at the conqueror. Well done.
Sure, that is so much harder than it looks. It is really all about balance, but the thing that knocks you off is the strength of the wind. So yeah, good luck, dear. That's all I can say.
No tips.
No tips except mind your balance. The first bit's the hardest bit. That upper body strength of his is serving him well. He's pulling the sail up. Okay. Mind the balance, mind the balance. Nice. Holding it there. Woo. Now the tricky part to turn. Almost. Into the water. That is the hardest part, is turning. Let's see if he can give it another try. Nice, Biz. Oh, he's managed to turn. Oh, he's standing. Ah, a little aloha, baby. Oh, into the water again. Ah, well, you know, that's what comes with a new skill. The great thing is we have all this time on the water, so we'll just keep going and going again.
When it came down to it, trying to balance on the board while also anchoring the sail became quite a bit of work. It was a lot of fun, but I think it's a bit of time for downtime, huh?
Manda is no desert island. An afternoon drive with Mkhize revealed an oasis of culture, 1,000 years old.
We hop into our aptly blue safari vehicle and are joined by the two little dogs. I know that they probably love this as their evening outing, so it's super cute to have them join us.
So we've been on quite a few game drives, but we haven't been on one in a private island.
I've heard really exciting things about the safari drive at Manda Bay. Something about ruins, baobabs, so something a bit unexpected.
So it should be a good time. I'm not going to put any expectations on it. I'm just going to sit back and enjoy. You can really sense the history that's here. Before we go out, falls.
Oh, it's a great idea.
There you go. There you go.
And then a deep breath.
So Manda Island actually used to be a coral reef. Hundreds of millions of years ago, it was actually completely underwater. And that's why, again, it's a little less populated than other areas because it's just coral rock underneath. So not very good for farming. This building that you see here, it's from the 12th century and used to be one of the mosques, probably the last mosque that they built. All the buildings that you see now, they were all made out of coral, because it's what you could get off the land. So this is another beautiful little mosque. This is actually 9th century, and we're going to get out here and have a look.
It is really like a little secret garden.
It is. It's old. It's over 1,000 years old, close to about 1,300 years.
That's fascinating. So how would we know that this is a mosque?
All mosques have a well, and this one has one in here. They would have had an entranceway coming in here, and they had a beautiful water trough that they would have washed their feet. And there ahead of us lies a beautiful, this is actually called a mirhab. All mirhabs face north, so face Mecca. And as you can see, the sun's setting in the west, and there's due north in front of us.
It's such a phenomenal thing to think that this is over 1,000 years old, but the intricate work that's there in that archway is amazing. Is that stone?
That's actually coral. And that would have been live coral taken out of the sea. So they would have actually gone down underneath and cut out big slabs of coral. The reason we know that it was once live is because you can shape and carve live coral, whereas dead coral that has just been excavated out of the ground crumbles as soon as you try and cut into it.
So even these slabs have little patterns on them, arches, lines. This is stunning.
So this mosque is over 1,000 years. I have to say, it's framed so beautifully by these baobabs. Are they roughly the same age, or did this come before?
This would have come before, but they're not far off. Those baobabs are probably about 500 years old. They would have sprung up as the village was here. You know, baobab powder is a superfood. So the fruit of the baobab, always high in vitamin C. And so in most villages across Africa and the interior, they would have been sucking on the baobab seed.
Now, if mainland Kenya has the Serengeti, Mkhize was keen to show us that Manda boasts some wildlife too.
These buffalo that we have here, they're the Cape buffalo. They're a lot smaller because they've had to adapt to being browsers instead of grazers. There's not much grass around. You can see there's hardly anything. And during these very, very dry months, we actually water them. So we give them 3,000 litres of water every day. We'll often bring in hay and ranch cubes just to supplement them. And then as soon as the rain comes, they disappear and they fend for themselves.
These moments are incredible. We're on a private island having a game drive. I mean, Manda Bay is exceeding my expectations.
Toasting the experience with a fine cuppa is a way to seal it in the memory banks for good.
I think that's the best way to cap off a great day. Jacobs, you never let us down. It's almost like you're capturing all these moments.
Let's cheers. Here's to a wonderful life and wonderful moments.
And wonderful coffee.
Wonderful coffee.
Next up, for the best part of a millennium, Old Town on Lamu Island has become the bedrock on which the creative Swahili culture has grown.
Find your wonderful. Jacobs, wunderbar.
The crown jewel which gives this East African archipelago its name is Lamu Island itself. Like generations of Persian, African, Indian, Arab, and visitors from Europe before us, we were awestruck by the sights.
Arriving in Lamu by boat feels like arriving to a different world. It's like something out of a storybook.
What blows my mind is how old this town is. So if you think about it, the seafaring folk that used to come and trade here pretty much saw the same thing we did. Lamu, known as Kenya's oldest continually inhabited town, if you want to appreciate amazing architecture and also take a walk back in time, this is the place to come to.
Declared as a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 2000, Lamu is packed with over 25,000 people, leading to an atmosphere full of energy, history, and culture.
Hi, morning, how are you?
Jumbo.
Nice to meet you.
Hi.
Welcome to the island.
Thank
this
you.
is Lamu Heritage Site. And this town, we have about 25,000 people live here, 90% Muslims, 10% Christians, and we have about 26 mosques with only one Catholic church. And we have opened a donkey sanctuary in order to give a free treatment for the donkey who was sick. You know, we have about 3,000 donkeys in the island. We use a donkey as a local transport within the island. No cars in this town. And in this town, people, they're living with many occupations. We do fishing, wood carving, and tourism. We match it between fishing and tourism. This is our port where people, they come in. And we normally do fishing during the night time, so that we bring fresh fish to the market in the mornings. Yeah.
Wow, so much history, Abdul. We are so excited to explore this island. Let's go.
Yeah,
Thank you.
good.
So this is Lamu Fort. This was built in 1813 by the people of Lamu, protection during the war time. This is an almond tree. It's the same age of the building from 1813. Now, do you see the sea? The sea was right up here.
Wow, that's fascinating. It's almost like history in motion, where you can age this place by the trees and even recognizing that the ocean used to be all the way up here.
Meeting at the town square with the fort looming over us is something that really makes me take a pause, because this is history right here.
Because this has always been a vibrant trading port, it's one where cultures cross instead of clash, making for unique design and architecture.
Walking through these narrow coral corridors feels like walking through a historic maze. It is incredible to see how this whole town has been built from the ocean floor.
Now you can see when walking around, you can see some of the house. They join the house together like this one. This means that arrangement marriage between two families. So this family and this family, they get married, their children, they make one room to share both families.
Seeing the array of cultures that are represented in the architecture here is amazing. It's rich with all sorts of stories, and I'm trying to make sure that I'm listening very keenly to Abdul.
Now you see all this made by the coral with limestone. We have two types of coral, dead coral and live coral. We have coral bricks that we use for building. Then we have dead coral for decoration. So this is dead coral. People, they use as a decoration.
I can actually see the square frame means that it's of Arab descent, and the carvings will also tell us what the person used to do, right?
Yes, so this time there's a different pattern. There's a local one which is called Bajuni, the star is Bajuni, then we have Arabs one. But the wood is mahogany. We used to get on the mainland side, but now we import it all the way from Congo. Welcome. See how it looks like. Nice, open space. We get the light from the sun. Now all the houses have space like this one, courtyard we call it, yeah? That's where we get the light from the sun.
A nice open skylight without any sort of window panes. Beautiful.
Now you see we have the shape of turtle, which is made by the limestone. That is original from 18th century. If you remove this one, they stop to restore the building. So we have to keep on, everything keep as it was before.
Walking into this traditional home feels like walking back in time. This dead coral on the walls creates a lovely texture, and the light streaming through the courtyard hints to the fact that we are still, in fact, by the coast.
Okay, welcome to Swahili House Museum. This is original house from 18th century, and they have a lovely garden, and they have a well here. Come and show the well where we get fresh water. We are very lucky in this island. We get fresh water from the ground. And almost every house, they've got their own wells. Now you see, this is the well, it's about 15 meters deep.
So you just let it go down,
yes,
and it's gonna collect it?
Yeah, collect the water. And sometimes, normally we put fish. Sometimes if you catch a fish with a basket, you just bring down back. It's about 20 liters. It's carrying 20 liters.
That's a lot of work.
A lot of work, very hard. You see now it looks like it's very heavy.
You can see the amount of effort it takes. Abdul's out here relaxing, because
yeah.
it really is 20 liters.
Very heavy, yes, 20 liters, very heavy.
And in case you're wondering where all that fresh water comes from,
as you can see, the rain is really coming down, but listen, this is top travel. We're basking in the blessings. And yeah, this is coastal living, right?
This is the donkey sanctuary. It's a donkey hospital where they get free treatment for the donkey who are sick.
So beautiful. About 3,000 donkeys here in Lamu. They're the main means of transportation, and you can see that they really, really look after them. I love blessings just like the next person, but maybe we get some proper cover, huh?
Yeah, it's training.
Walking through these streets, and there is artistry everywhere. We see this weaver carefully at his craft, weaving a daybed, and it really looks like art in motion.
Just like that, the weather changes. That's the beauty of being on a coastline. Things are moving around, but we've spotted very unique artwork.
You can see how they make the Swahili beds. Give her a chance to try.
Okay,
make
over,
up and
under,
down.
over,
Yes,
under.
up and
Okay.
down. Yes. One down, one up. That's good.
Under and over, the universal language of weaving.
Do you know how to make it? You look very
I
nice.
think I'm getting the hang of
You
it.
look very nice. I think you made some in South Africa.
I think I should.
Yeah, that's good.
when locals want to educate their children on Swahili heritage, they come to the Lamu Museum.
Okay, welcome to the museum. This was building in 1892 by the Sultan of Omani. It's a second home. This is the pot, which is made by clay soil. It's special for make vinegar, coconut. We used to make some bread out of the vinegar. It's a local food, which is very nice. Most of the people, they like it, the foods.
Lamu Museum is a beautiful place to house all the culture that this island has, and I really do feel like it is a wealth of knowledge.
Okay, now we go to the upstairs, to the kitchen. See how Swahili kitchens look like. Normally we have a kitchen on the roof because we use the firewood. So firewood brings smoke. That's why the kitchen is on the top. Oh. Yes. This is coconut. There's a coconut grinder. And here we have the pasta. If you want to make a pasta, you can see we open, we put white flour, and then we press up. We get the the pasta. And this stone is to make some spices, like a fish curry. We use the stone to blend it. And then we have the hot pot. Now, we normally put the fresh water, hot water for our delivery woman. If somebody get bath, we use the hot, warm water. So just keep that at the storage. It take like 1 week, keep it warming all the time.
And are all of these aren't originals? Are they remakes?
This is original. This is original. They're all antique. That's from 18th century.
Clearly all very intricate instruments. This is a civilization that has been ahead of its time. I will say though, the pasta maker is something that shocked me. I didn't think pasta was going to be an essential, but...
Very nice, yes, very nice.
I don't know if Fez's ancestors or mine are giving us hints, but they sure are hinting.
Wow, look at this.
Look at that. Swahili wedding room. Beautiful.
I love the Mendi and henna on her hands. Beautifully ornate when it comes to the wedding gown, and also some interesting colors, not the usual white wedding gown that we see.
And I have to say, I like his swag. I think he looks so cool, so calm, relaxed. It's not a bad look.
Look at this. Oh, the detail and artistry is impeccable.
I always love how we truly appreciate the knowledge that's passed down from generation to generation. And clearly navigating the seas has been something that has been happening here for centuries. I actually kind of want to jump on and sail away.
So this is Siwa. This is specialized to announce, call the people of the town. We have two types. This is elephant's horn. That is brasso. But now this is made by the camel bones. Yes, but before was an ivory. So they're just blowing at the Lamu fort on top to calling all the people's announcements. In case of anything's happening, people, they'll be aware. That's why we call it Siwa.
The Siwa that is used to call out the community when it's time to tell them something important is really amazing because they've made that transition from ivory to brass to make sure that they're sustainable.
Coming up, the rooftop restaurant where everyone wants to eat. You look after the donkey looks after you, and we set sail into the sunset.
Corenza Parisi is a must for any travel kit as it helps relieve the symptoms of colds and flu. As you travel to different places and experience different weather conditions, always be prepared with Corenza Parisi.
Refresh, refocus. Take a journey through history. Halls, breathe for it. Ungapeli umoya. Processing all this culture is hungry work. Lucky for us, this crossroads of tradition, natural produce, seafood, and spice makes for outstanding cooking.
We're here in the beautiful Kijani restaurant. We've heard a lot about this place, and I'm really looking forward to exploring the local cuisine here. It's so beautiful out here on the coast.
As soon as you step onto the patio, you are blown away by the boats just idling on the water. It makes you feel relaxed immediately.
Yeah, I'm really loving the decor as well. I mean, this driftwood kind of inspired furniture, the blues and whites mirroring the ocean. Kijani feels like a true oasis. It almost feels like there's an Arabic inspiration. I could be in Marrakesh or Morocco, but I'm right here in East Africa.
Wow, Kijani, your food is amazing, and you can clearly taste that it's locally sourced. It's so fresh.
Those flavors were incredible. Lime, pili pili, the seafood. Honestly, one of the best meals that I've had in my life. Chef Keith's cooking was amazing, but being able to have seafood from the sea and watch the sea is a totally different experience, and I think they might have just edged him out on his lobster.
My stomach is in heaven. All of this food tastes so fresh, tastes so good. I'm honestly thinking that I might set up shop here.
Well, once Fez catches his breath, it's off to explore a little bit more. I've heard that you can ride donkeys around this area.
Sounds good to me because something's gonna have to carry me. I'm stuffed.
Having seen how much they care for their donkeys on the island, we got into the spirit of things.
Come, my friend, all right? Try.
Wow, I've never actually gotten onto a donkey before. This should be fun. Do I just jump on both sides?
Yeah, both sides.
Okay.
With the pole, yes.
Wait.
No problem.
We get on there.
Okay. If you want to go left hand, you turn this way. If you want to go right hand, you go turn this way. And if it's fast, you want to make slow, turn it. Okay. That's the way. Same to you, guy. All right?
Got it. Well, I'm pretty sure I look very comical on this little guy, but he doesn't seem to be shaking. He's sturdy as a rock, so I'm trusting that it's going to be great.
All right, so it's pretty similar to riding a horse, but I think it's going to feel quite different. But what a wonderful way to explore Lamu, like the locals do. Well, a relatively smooth ride. This little fellow is very obedient, understands his commands, and being able to fit through these very narrow passages is really useful when you're traveling by donkey.
Clearly, I've got the best one of the lot. He's such a good rider. I mean, so obedient. Whoop, 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 whoop. Hey, wait. Stops on command. So responsive. Well done, bud. You're doing well. This is the beauty of it. When we turn, nice, pull to the right, he knows exactly where to go, and we can always wait if we need anybody to go through. But again, great experience.
I am amazed by the obedience and strength of these donkeys. And you know what, Faiz? I know I'd always wanted a horse, but maybe we should get a donkey instead.
Hey.
How are you finding this, dear, hey?
I think Lamu is rich in culture, and it pulls you out of what you think you're gonna get and gives you exactly what they have to offer. And it's either you accept it or you lose out. And I think these kind of rides really pull you into it, huh?
Absolutely, yeah. I'm feeling like I'm really immersed in the culture. These beautiful streets as well. Wow, you really do see everything from a different perspective, hey?
And also you have to be aware, these corridors are narrow, so you have to be kind to the other pedestrians.
And mind your feet.
That's an important one, actually.
Lamu Old Town, you have been extraordinary. Wandering through the streets, tasting your delicious seafood. Fez and I have enjoyed every single moment, and I know we're going to be back.
You don't read about the history or the culture in a book here. It's all around you and you live it. Our sunset cruise embodied that.
Can't really put into words the experience we've had on the Kenyan coastline, from enjoying the waters that it has to the heritage in Old Town. It's been amazing.
It really has been absolutely spectacular. We've had sunsets, moments on the water, adrenaline in there as well. And now we get to end off our stay on a beautiful sunset dhow. Kenya, it's been magical.
Came in on a speedboat, leaving on a dhow.
Welcome on board Fez and Nes. And this dhow is made from mahogany and also teak wood from Congo or Zaire all the way. And we have on this dhow also some ribs that is made from the mangrove that we see around the island here. The reason why we use the mangrove is because mangrove is one of the resistance from the sea, and it's also floating. So, and it's also naturally bent. No need for us to bend them. So we just take the measurement and we go to the mangrove. We try to see the shape, clean it, and just fix it, rather than burning it and turn it to make it harder.
Wow, this boat is so unique. It has pieces of Africa wherever you look. Congolese wood, mangrove from around the local area, and of course, it's built after that Mozambican style. Special.
The sun is starting to set, the light is golden, and I'm looking forward to a calm, relaxing sail through the channels. What a way to end our trip.
So this sailing cruise that we do as a sunset cruise, we usually take around an hour and a half. It's a sailing between the two islands, which is the Manda Island and the Party Island, into the channel between the two islands. Yeah, the reason is that we do the sailing into the channel so that you can have a calmer time, so relaxed and very comfy. It's my pleasure to have you on board and to give you a very memorable experience for this last day, and we want to have you back again. Thank you very much. Mzuri sana, oh, wageni mwakaribishwa Manda Bay, hakuna matata, mama kuzuri,
Hakuna matata.
enjoy the sailing.
This is island living. Island Fairs loves it.
Mwakaribishwa Manda Bay, hakuna matata.
You rarely see me this calm, cruising through on a boat, but the Kenyan coastline does wonders to your soul.
Enjoy the holiday, Manda Bay, hakuna matata. Enjoy your holiday, hakuna matata.
This is a wonderful moment, my love. I can only think of one thing to top it off. Some Jacobs.
A little taste from home. Wow, the Kenyan coast has been nothing short of magical. The ocean has always had my heart, but now even more so, I've truly fallen in love with Lamu and this beautiful place.
We've experienced everything that the Kenyan coastline has to offer, from the cultures to the warm waters, and of course, the warm welcomes. And honestly, pieces of ourselves are left at all the destinations we go to. This one's got mine, and I'm gonna need to come back. Can't wait to get to our next place, but Kenya, you have our heart.
As they say, Hakuna Matata, no worries. And that's how I'm leaving this place feeling.
Karibishwa Manda Bay, hakuna matata. Enjoy the holiday.
Hey!
Breathe for it with Halls. Refresh and refocus with the trip of a lifetime. Stand your chance of winning a trip to Amsterdam with 2 return economy tickets on KLM Royal Dutch Airlines and 20,000 Rand spending money. With KLM flying daily from Johannesburg and Cape Town direct to Amsterdam, from the hub in Amsterdam, KLM connects to over 150 destinations across Europe, the United Kingdom, and the USA. To enter, tell us what you love most about traveling. Comment on Top Travel's competition social posts using hashtag TopTravelTV, hashtag TravelWithKLM, and hashtag Halls Breathe for it. T's and C's apply. Channel your inner adventurer again next week as the waves of Coffee Bay, Eastern Cape are where we learn to surf. Fairs and the local herdsmen settle the score on who makes the best stick fighters. I cook up a mean amaheo, and we hear the local legend behind this world-famous landmark of Hole in the Wall.
Another feel-good production.